This is Ag Matters PM from the Iowa Agribusiness Radio Network, brought to you by the Iowa Soybean Association. Your daily recap of the information that affects Iowa's farmers, producers, and consumers, right here in the heart of the heartland. With reports from our award-winning broadcast team of Dustin Hoffman, Riley Smith, and Mark Magnuson. Now, from the IARN studios in Des Moines, here's Mark Magnuson.
Hello and welcome into Ag Matters PM on the Iowa Agribusiness Radio Network. I'm Mark Magnuson. Today is Tuesday, August 29th, 2023, and we are at the showgrounds for the Farm Progress Show in Decatur, Illinois for today's episode. In today's episode, I will be joined by Yancy Wright of John Deere as we will discuss precision ag upgrades. We'll also have a check of the weather, but first, let's run down the markets.
It's time now for the Ag Matters PM Closing Market Summary, your source for market analysis and settlement prices from the day's trade in Chicago, courtesy of the folks at agmarket.net.
At the end of another trading day, we are joined now by Tyler Schau of agmarket.net for our closing market analysis. Tyler, what did we see take place in the grains today?
A lot of negative pressure on grains. There was a lot of people coming into yesterday, or really, as the markets closed yesterday, expecting to get a crop progress report with some major downgrades. A lot of expectations of anywhere from 3 to 5% down on corn and soybean crop progress or conditions reports. And all we saw was about a 1% drop, and some of the numbers had a lot of analysts really kind of befuddled. Illinois actually saw no change to their crop conditions, where a lot of people were expecting that heat to come in and wreak a lot of havoc on crops. So there was some questioning early, and probably led to some actual, the early market last night was kind of a sell-off. Probably saw some buying come in this morning, thinking maybe those crop conditions report weren't very accurate. And then we're going to close out here today on kind of a sour note with corn trading down 9 and beans down 13.
And Tyler, like you said with that point about the crop ratings being downgraded, yes, but it was just a small amount, so that was good news in a way. But you're right, it doesn't seem to be tracking with necessarily all of the reports we're getting from the field.
No, and that's the problem. What the USDA does there, I'm not going to be the analyst that comes in and tells you they're no good to look at or they're really useful. All I know is that the trade looks at them and reacts to them, whether you like them or not. It's a subjective measurement. It's not by any means an exact science. It's someone driving out on a Sunday, from what I understand, and basically reporting back their thoughts on what the crop's doing. So it's not something that we put a ton of stock in. But I don't think you can just completely discount it, bury your head in the sand, and say they're worthless and don't pay any attention to them, because the market does, and the market did react to them.
So bottom line, Tyler, kind of just take that as it is, put it together with all the other information that you receive, and kind of try to build that full picture. Don't just go off of one piece of data. Is kind of the end story there, isn't it?
Yep. And so we're listening to boots on the ground, farmer reports. We actually had a highly respected agronomist from Illinois, Mike Toohill, on with us yesterday in our fundamental video, and he kind of said the same thing that a lot of people were expecting. The heat last week, over 100 degrees, caused a lot of stress on this crop. Problem is, we're probably not going to find out what that is until combines really start rolling, and we get a feel for not only kernels, but what test weight ends up being.
Tyler, let's switch over to the other side of the markets. What did we see take place with the livestock today?
Kind of a mixed trade. Some of your feeder calf contracts were positive, some of them were negative. Really interesting thing to note, the feeder calf index was up over $3 on yesterday's print. It came in at 247.83. That's largely a result. There was a large Superior livestock auction last week. It ran the full week. Those numbers don't come into that feeder calf index until Monday evening, and those sales were strong. A lot of feeder calves sold for really good money over that week-long sale, and so that helped pump that up. Saw some of that reflected in the futures market yesterday with $2 and $3 moves higher. Today, just kind of a blasé day. Some were up, some were down. No real news to drive it one way or the other.
And Tyler, with the hogs, are we getting any better footing at all, or are hogs still one way one day and then one way the other day, and we're kind of trying to figure out what's going on?
Yeah, I think that's a lot of it. Last Friday, if anyone paid attention, hogs were up strong during the day. They challenged kind of some recent highs. I was actually traveling that day, and I got in a car to head to a meeting, and a client texted me, said hogs just rolled over, and I looked, and they were down about $2.50. The cutout values from the USDA saw bacon or belly prices down big, like a $50 hundredweight drop in belly prices that day. They've come back up, but yeah, just a lot of moving parts in that hog deal. A lot of people trying to figure out where a fair value is, and until we do, I think we're going to keep chopping back and forth.
And at the same time as well, Tyler, we still have a lot of looming questions about the future of the hog market down the road that we don't necessarily know all the answers to. So I would imagine that's playing at least some factor into the volatility as well, isn't it?
Yes, it is. The Prop 12 issues really are starting to kick off. I think the deadline is either just passed or coming shortly, where California's got to follow those Prop 12 rules and guidelines, and so there is a lot of uncertainty on how that affects the market. And I guess the end answer there, being a free market economist, is that's what markets are supposed to do, is answer what we don't understand or what we can't figure out on our own.
Tyler Schau of agmarket.net, our guest. Thank you for the analysis as always, Tyler. What's the best way for our viewers to get in touch for more marketing information?
Check us out on the internet, agmarket.net. If they want to call the direct line, my number is 701-987-6009.
Tyler, thanks so much for the time. We are here at Farm Progress, of course. We always appreciate you joining us on the show. Have a great rest of your day, and we'll speak again soon.
Have fun out there.
And that was Tyler Schau of agmarket.net with our closing market analysis. Let's turn our attention now to the closing numbers, courtesy of the folks at Bar Chart. September corn down 9 even at 469.5. New crop December corn down 9.5 at 486 3/4. September soybeans down 13 1/4 at 1382 even. New crop November soybeans down 13 1/4 at 1392.5. October soybean meal down $7.10 at 412.60. October soybean oil down 19 cents at 64.77. Chicago wheat down 16.5 at $6.50. Minneapolis wheat down 5 3/4 at 7.85 3/4. And Kansas City hard red wheat down 20.5 at 7.29 1/4. On the Merc, October live cattle down 7 cents at 181.47. September feeder cattle down 25 cents at 254.02. October lean hogs down $1.12 at 80.72. August pork cutout down 28 cents at 110.72, and Class 3 milk down 2 cents at 17.18. And that's been a check of the ag market recap here on Ag Matters PM. It's time now to take a quick break to hear from our sponsor, the Iowa Soybean Association, and the Soy Checkoff. And when we come back, I will be joined by Yancy Wright of John Deere. This is Ag Matters PM.
Iowa Soybean Association is driven to deliver for Iowa's 40,000 soybean farmers. We're proud to provide objective agronomic research, a helping hand with soil and water stewardship, and timely industry news powered by the Soybean Checkoff. Learn more at iasoybeans.com.
Welcome back to Ag Matters PM on the Iowa Agribusiness Radio Network. I'm Mark Magnuson. In today's episode, I'm joined by Yancy Wright of John Deere as we discuss precision ag upgrades. Mark Magnuson for the Iowa Agribusiness Radio Network, and we are here today at the Farm Progress Show in Decatur, Illinois, and I'm with Yancy Wright. He is a manager on the side of the precision upgrade side of things at John Deere. And Yancy, we learned a lot today about some of those upgrades with John Deere. There's quite a lot right now to take in when it comes to the things that you can retrofit, add to your existing equipment, and make those technological upgrades.
Yeah, exactly, Mark. And a lot of them are going to be available, like if soon as next spring. Like, so we could have your planter upgraded by 24 seeding season. Some of those upgrades are our ExactEmerge technology. So we've had that out since 2013, and so we can upgrade a customer to that technology, as well as MaxEmerge 5E, which is another electric meter. So it adds a lot more precision there. Also, some other things on the planter side is we've got pneumatic closing wheels that can be adjusted from the cab, pneumatic row cleaners that can be adjusted from the cab, LED light packages. We know there's a lot of producers that are farming and planting more at night with the tight planting windows, and we've got upgrades there to be able to do that more safely and productively at night.
So Yancy, when we're talking about this big picture for the grower, for the farmer, it's a way to upgrade your technology, but maybe to do it with the idea in mind that you're potentially saving some money, and then also you're thinking down the line as well, because you could potentially be making these upgrades as you go along on your operation.
Absolutely. We've had customers that have upgraded and then added another upgrade on top of that, and that's exactly true. So if you want some of the latest technology on your current equipment, that's where the upgrades that comes in. We're not going to we're not going to stop our business of producing new equipment and selling in the market, but we want to make sure that technology is available for the population of equipment that we have out there for upgrades. And whether you've got a 10-year-old planter or getting a new planter, now with our upgrade business, you can get the same technology.
And Yancy, one of your colleagues today was talking about kind of having everything in sync as well. And kind of, I guess the way to look at it is you almost have that central brain, but everything is tied into that. Why is that so important to have everything kind of on the same page?
Well, it kind of goes back to, I think, the strategy of a connected farm, right? And so, if you have all your equipment that's got some of the latest technology and they're all connected with, a display, a receiver, and a modem, bringing agronomic and machine information to our John Deere Operations Center, it allows you to make better decisions about some of the, like, when you plant or when you spray or how much you spray, or how productive I was at harvest with my combine. It just kind of builds off being in the same ecosystem. It enables a producer to take the full advantage of the Operations Center and to be able to use that to make data-driven decisions.
So Yancy, we've talked a lot about these different upgrades that you can make, but let's say you're a farmer that does want to upgrade their technology, but they're not necessarily. Has anyone ever come to you and said, I don't know the route to start with? Where do I go first? Is there anything that you kind of place in a higher importance as far as getting that upgraded technology?
We've got upgrades now across, our planter line, across sprayers, across, combines as well. So, I don't know if I'd have a suggested place to start. But in terms of the question you asked about, like, where's a good place to resources, John Deere dealer. I mean, that's the thing about the John Deere upgrades business is we have the same sales, support, and advice that we've had with our products for hundreds of years now through our John Deere dealer channel. So that is the place to go to understand a little bit more about what's available. We also have a really good resources on johndeere.com. In fact, we've got one resource that we just came out with this summer. It's at www.johndeere.com/your-upgrades. And what it allows producers to do is they can put the exact PIN number of their planter in there. And then it will tailor the upgrades that are available for their planter today. And so you could a grower could go in and find that out, get sort of like kind of what kind of investment that would be, but also they can request a quote from the dealer, and the dealer can give a more detailed professional quote about how much that upgrade, would be for them, including some of the installation investment as well.
And it takes all the guesswork out of it as well, doesn't it? It just shows you right away off the bat if your piece of equipment, your implement is going to be compatible.
Right, yeah, you don't have to kind of dig around, okay, model year, whatever. It's a smart system that allows you to put your exact planter pin in there, and it'll tee up just those upgrades that are available for yours. Yep.
And then one more thing that we talked a lot about today, Yancy, was the smart sprayer technology. And we know about John Deere's line of smart sprayer technology has been a big focus in recent years. Yep. It's a very impressive technology. We know that. The two different types, you have the Ultimate Sprayer, which is the off-the-line complete unit, and then the premium version, which is actually a retrofit. Could you tell us about the retrofit version that I'm not sure everyone realizes that John Deere does have a retrofit smart sprayer?
Yep, exactly. So the See and Spray Premium, it is our precision upgrade version of See and Spray. So we've had See and Spray Ultimate out in the market for a little over a year now, and that is the factory solution that's got the specialized boom, the carbon fiber truss boom that we built with it, with the dual plumbing and the dual tank, with the See and Spray camera technology and computer technology, right? The Premium takes that same exact technology that we have on Ultimate in terms of the cameras and the computing technology, and brings it to our current sprayers. So you don't have the dual plumbing and the dual tank with Premium, but you do have that See and Spray capabilities, not only with fallow applications, but in crop with cotton, with soybeans, and with corn. Okay, on sprayers we go all the way back to 2018 John Deere sprayers that have 120-foot steel boom with the ExactApply technology. We can go back and upgrade all those sprayers to See and Spray capabilities, the same as that's on the Ultimate.
So Yancy, I know growers, farmers, they're excited about this system just in general, but have they really, I guess, been excited about this new retrofit version that they can add to their existing sprayer technology that they have?
Yeah, we had a limited production build for the Premium systems this past year, and very good experiences with those, and we got similar chemical savings, with the See and Spray piece of the system that we got with Ultimate, with those systems in the field, and really good experience. So we're really excited about getting more of these units out in 24 and getting even more experience. I would say, like, when you talk to growers that have tried See and Spray, like, it's definitely a learning process, right? The first year they kind of learn about what the capabilities are, and then the next year they kind of think about, now I can plan to know, and what how I could attack different approaches with my chemical program, and where I can estimate more savings here, or actually put maybe more money into a pre-program here because I've got that See and Spray capabilities later. Really, like, what we're trying to position both the Ultimate and the Premium for is new tools that help you meet your weed control goals today, right? And you've just got a new tool to help plan and modify your program to do that.
Well, Yancy, we've covered a lot here today, but is there anything else you'd like to let our listeners back in Iowa know about when it comes to the latest with the precision upgrades with John Deere?
Yeah, I just think, it kind of goes back to what we said earlier, Mark, is, we've got a growing portfolio of precision upgrades at John Deere, and many of them right now are available for producers, their equipment in Iowa and outside of Iowa as well today. If you are thinking about some of this new technology you've seen from John Deere, we can likely get that technology on your planter, your sprayer, your combine by the next growing season.
And that is something that I know growers will be very excited to hear. Yancy Wright, our guest here today. We are at Farm Progress at the John Deere display. Yancy, thank you so much for the time, and have a great rest of the show.
Yeah, thank you, Mark. Appreciate it.
Thank you to Yancy Wright of John Deere. Let's turn our attention now to the Ag Weather Outlook. Pretty seasonal weather right now in the state of Iowa, as we have temperatures in the 80s, and it feels pretty comfortable after what we dealt with last week. We do have some conditions of haze and some smoke that is lingering in western Iowa over the next couple of days. So let's turn our attention to that full forecast now from the National Weather Service and what we have in store for the next 24 hours. As you can see from the National Weather Service, mostly sunny today with areas of haze and smoke in western Iowa, highs expected 83 to 86. Tonight, areas of haze and smoke in western and central Iowa. Otherwise, the skies will be mostly clear with lows around 55 to 60. On Wednesday, mostly sunny. Areas of haze and smoke once again will crop up in western Iowa, and highs expected 77 to 84. And now taking a look at our affiliate weather map for tomorrow. Cherokee, partly sunny and 84. Shenandoah, sunny and 83. Des Moines, partly sunny and 83. Albia, sunny and 81. Waterloo, sunny and 80. And Clinton, partly sunny with an expected high of 77. For a more detailed forecast in your part of the state, make sure and check with your local Iowa Agribusiness Radio Network affiliate. And remember, you can find all of our content on our website at iowaagnet.com. You can find all of our video content on our YouTube channel. And while you're there, don't forget to subscribe. Click the notification icon as well, as that will let you know whenever we have any new videos available for you. And don't forget our free, twice daily market podcasts, which are found on Apple, Amazon, Google, Spotify, and Podbean. From the Farm Progress Showgrounds in Decatur, Illinois, I'm Mark Magnuson. For Riley Smith and Dustin Huffman, we thank you for watching. This has been Ag Matters PM.